First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Danny Trevathan on
well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to launch this thing. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdound on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Ramsey looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ramsey. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. 30, 10, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ramsey trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
10 at the 24-yard line.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was brought down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now from Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Cameron Batson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
No gain on the
Ball runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ramsey. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
1st down, Murray. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
They'll run on 1st down. Coates. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Ramsey. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now Scarborough. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Murray now on first down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
We got 4.
Operating from the gun, Ramsey. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
First down, a run with Cohen. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Number 29.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Ramsey. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Ramsey. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Sometimes I need a shed. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. It changed.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Ramsey. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
At the 21-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ramsey. And this is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ramsey. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw on 3rd down, Ramsey. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
A 38-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a real tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Bears 3. Zane Gonzalez to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
First down, Cardinals.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Now, they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Bo Scarborough. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Bears 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
It got his man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off play action. Ramsey going deep this time for Miller. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
13-yard line.
The reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Murray. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half.
Loss of 3 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second and 16. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Morgan. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The first half did not go their way. And that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. I'm not ready. On your team. On your team. Deuce.
After the turnover, here's Murray trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10.
Murray's pass.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, 50 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, Bears 3. Zane Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
Now 3rd down and 6.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the gun, Ramsey. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through.
Score Cardinals 49, Bears 3. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And this will be caught by Mooney. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good for a Chicago Bears.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Ramsey. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Ramsey going up top for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 24, check 24.
This is Scarborough. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. 2nd down and 7.
58 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
They try again with Scarborough. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Here we go, dude. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. 3 down. 3 down. Joker, joker. Joker, joker. Easy. Quiver, quiver. 98 to Mike. So we got man.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Cardinals.
It's Scarborough again. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 5-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 56, Bears 3. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
1 yard.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come get some. Come get some.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
If you know, you know. If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a good day.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over
at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, Their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.